Hello, hello, hello. Great, beautiful, blessed nighttime. It's definitely nighttime. Hi. Uh, Tonight we got a late-ish one. Hi. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you so much. If you see me, you are seeing me on either Facebook, Instagram, Instantgram to be sure, YouTube, or TikTok. And otherwise, these have not gotten uploaded to Spotify or Apple Podcasts. But if you'd like them there, please holler at a player and I will let them be uploaded there as well. So tonight, the 29th of May, which is Lupus Awareness Month. And if you don't know me, my name is Tennille. I guide people through reclaiming their identity and designing a full life even after diagnosis. That's what we're doing here. Knowledge is power, and we want to know some things about lupus and chronic illness in general on my podcast. So, tonight we talk about kidneys. Uh, some of the things some of the symptoms that you have, as much as we have an invisible illness, some of the symptoms are also just as invisible. And that is what is scary, because you can literally be perfectly healthy and end up in the hospital the next day just because there are symptoms that aren't visible at all or you don't even feel them. So tonight we'll talk about one of the most serious complications that come with lupus a lot of the times. People really don't understand lupus nephritis enough, and it gets them in trouble. So I definitely want to dive in a little bit, give a few facts, give a little, information that you can do your own research. I totally advise that to happen. But lupus nephritis is a serious thing, a huge thing. It's like half the people with lupus have lupus nephritis, and it's crazy. So let me give a definition of lupus nephritis. Simple explanation of it is it happens when lupus itself causes inflammation in the kidneys. Now, the kidneys are incredibly important. I realize that because we have a lot of organ involvement, if it's an organ you don't really think about, like if you have lung complications, you feel that right away, you know what's going on. You're like, oof, can't breathe, I need help, whatever. If you have heart complications, you feel like a palpitation, something going on, you feel that. Kidneys, you need to look for signs because kidneys control a lot. Kidneys help to filter the waste from your body. It balances all of your fluids. It supports blood pressure regulation. So when inflammation damages the kidneys, a lot of things that are autopilot you don't think of are affected and hurt. It gets damaged very quickly. Something that's very interesting that people don't realize, and I didn't realize it until I was working as a dietetic technician, the balance of fluid in your body and what it can do to you. One of the hardest diets I ever write menus for, were kidney patient diets, because you have to calculate every single ounce of liquid in their body. Actually, it's by milligram. Like every drop of liquid in their body, you have to calculate it so that they're not completely swollen or or dehydrated, or it's a big job. So lupus nephritis. Let me give you some important facts. Lupus nephritis affects significant percentage of lupus patients, like I said before, and it's more common in women and disproportionately in Blacks, Hispanics, Asians, and Indigenous people. So the Blacks and the Browns, okay? Early detection matters greatly. Like it's huge. If you figure this out early, then you can save your life. Literally, you can save the kidney that you already have, okay? So common symptoms of lupus nephritis you can look out for. I still follow my kidney diet. It's just easier. Awesome, Charisma. Yeah, it is just easier. Save that kidney, make that kidney last forever, because the way that people have second and third and fourth transplants is crazy. So common symptoms include swelling, foamy urine, high blood pressure, fatigue, fluid retention, and changes in their kidney labs, which is why, as much as I'm one who stays out of the doctor's office for as long as possible, checking on those labs regularly and making sure your kidney function is good, because sometimes there's no symptoms, is so important. I understand that it's a hassle, especially if you feel fine, but just getting those labs so you can follow the progress of your body, the progress of the disease, it's very important. So Charisma's on my TikTok, and she got a kidney transplant and is taking very good care of her kidney that she has. And she's been on my podcast multiple times. She is an fitness advocate, or is that an advocate? Yes, an advocate for people with lupus to still remain active. I've been to a couple of her events. Like, she's a great example of living a healthy life after kidney complications, after lupus nephritis. And look at her, like, she's doing it. It's possible. And I'm just bringing up this topic during this month to make sure that people are aware that it's something to look out for. It's not something to be afraid of. And once you do have complications, act quickly. Don't look around confused or be like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Figure out a plan and execute, because it is life-threatening. And sometimes the symptoms are subtle at first. They're not like maybe everything happening at once. But that's why I urge everyone to be tracking what they're doing. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Just track everything you're doing, everything you're feeling, your symptoms every day. Okay, so now lupus is invisible all the time, a lot of the time. And sometimes any organ involvement can be invisible. Like, I went to the hospital one day, a regular doctor's appointment one day, and then found out I had pulmonary hypertension, which is like pressure in my lungs. And I had like a little cough. I had like it was a little hard to breathe. It was a little hard to yawn or cough properly or sneeze, really bad sneeze. But like, I was so used to being in like general pain, I didn't think anything major. I kind of was like, oh, I don't know, this is a little weird, but like, I'll just keep doing me, whatever. And then got diagnosed with a whole new thing, right? So I'm talking about this because kidney function is not something you can see right away, and it can go from meh to real bad, real fast. So I haven't had, up until my last big flare, I hadn't had a lot of organ involvement. Really, it was my lungs that I had an issue with. And then this past, when I had the stroke, I had heart and more lung involvement. But the first time I've ever had heart involvement. Now, when lupus is getting to your major organs, this is the time. This is when you need to do some things. You need to really buckle down and get that medication sorted. If you're doing medication, the natural stuff, you do it. Don't talk about it. Don't be like, I'm about to do this, whatever. Like, there's plenty of examples of any way direction you want to go. Charisma, like I was talking about, she's done the medication route and done excellent. I know a couple other people who have yet to be on my podcast, but a couple other people who've done the natural route. They've done phenomenal. All it is figuring out what you want to do and buckling down and doing that thing. So the anxiety of not doing anything and talking about it, or not knowing what to do, is something that can kill you. Like, fear and anxiety are some of the killers. Depression, all of those things, the like mental illness of it all, are some of the things that can actually kill you instead of yeah. I'm going to highlight this. Meh to real bad, real fast. Yeah. So this doesn't have to be a long episode. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the same things. I'm just saying that figure out your morning routine. That's going to help you. Like, follow your pee. Like when you go to the bathroom, check. Is it foamy? Does it look normal? Like all these little symptoms that I'm giving you the heads up on, check those, especially if you have lupus. But even if you don't, like I look at my pee every morning. I just look at it because you can tell so many things. You can tell diabetes has a certain pee. Kidney failure has a certain pee. Like there's different symptoms that you can see right away if you know what to look for. So what are you gonna do? Know what to look for. Thank you so much, class. That was great. Yep. Fear and anxiety can make things worse, 100%. So get your blood work done regularly, even if you're not going to doctors regularly for anything else. Just go in, get your blood work. Doctors hate to see me coming because I come with demands. I'm like, I need this, I need that. I want to look at this. Can you compare this to that? If you know what you're doing, like when you walk in there, and before I was ever doing that, my parents were doing it for me, you know? So when you walk in there, have your list, what you are looking for. Do not even, like, they're going to tell you what they're looking for and tell you not to worry about this and not worry about that. But I come with a list of demands. I need to know this. Let me see this, etc. So always test your kidney function. Ask lots of questions. Ask lots of questions. If you do not understand something, you can sure Google it or whatever, but they're there to explain things to you. So ask lots of questions. And take these symptoms seriously. If you have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, have them test it. Test. If they refuse to test, ask them to record it, write it down that they refuse to do the test. Usually, I'm going to say like 80% of the time when I say something like that, they're like, okay. And then they do it anyways because they don't want to record it. They don't want it to be like known that they denied me. And start treatment early. That's kind of it, I think. Yeah, awareness like this can save lives. And that's what we out here to do. Okay. I'm not trying to push anything on you or scare you. I just am ready for people to take control of their own health, take control of their own, eating and drinking and movement and sleep and everything that is happening to us, around us. Everything happening to us is happening for us to figure out how to take care of ourselves better. What's happening around us, we don't have as much control over. I know the world is like on fire. Every day I fight talking about something completely else because the world is just a little scary right now. But what you can take control of right now, at any time you feel like it, the next time you have a meal, the next time you drink something, you can take full control of, your responsibility to take care of your body. You're being trusted with something so, so precious. And you are the only one. You are one of one. Okay. I don't care if you're a twin, you're one of one. And the way that you present yourself in the world can be advocacy for, like charisma is, can be advocacy for somebody with kidney issues, with nephritis, like somebody with lupus. Like I realize walking around every day now that I am more visible, I am advocacy just by the way I'm living my life, regardless if I say anything, the way I show up, like how I speak to people, how I treat people is advocacy. So remember that you have an opportunity every day to advocate for somebody, for something. And mine is lupus. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi. Yeah, so let's do the questions. I'll do some questions. So did you know that lupus could affect your kidneys? Besides that, I've told you a million, thousand, jillion, trillion times. Did you know that? Were you aware? How often do you get your labs done? Especially if you're someone like me who doesn't frequent the doctor, doesn't have regular appointments, or like maybe a lot of people don't have insurance. A lot of insurance things happening out there. How often do you get your labs done? Any of these facts shock you about this diagnosis? Like, if you were diagnosed with a kidney thing, were you shocked by something so easy to like diagnose and so hard to see in yourself. You know what I mean? I didn't word that question correctly. What shocked you about lupus nephritis? Period. You tell me that, because the rest of it's too hard. Okay. Or if you have a personal story you want to tell me, I'll be reading those stories. I know I've been getting long paragraphs of stories, but this happened to me. I'm reading them. So catch me while I can read them. And to that point, please make sure you find your way into my calendar. Let's talk. Let's do this. I'm going to schedule a new masterclass coming up here soon. And I need to know what you guys need. I need to know what you guys want. So come talk to me. Talk to me. I really wanna meet you. Can I talk to you? Can I? Let's do that. I am excited about this new month coming up. It's historically a rough month for me, but I have so much amazing stuff planned already that I rebuke any sadness and negativity that's generally June for me. So, y'all, I think that's it. I think it's a wrap for the eve of the last day of May. And just because something isn't super visible doesn't mean it is not super serious. So take care of your kidneys. Let's fight lupus and lupus nephritis. I'm going to put in the description some links that you can check if you can donate to my friends. I have at very least 2 friends searching for a new kidney, and you might be a match. One's in California and one is in Georgia, and they both deserve brand new functioning kidneys. Okay. All right. So have a glorious night. Love y'all, and stay happily healed. Bye.